What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. In today's video, I'm going to show you all the different ways that you can get the Black Knight armor. But before I get into the ways that you can get them, let's get into the stats. So jumping right into the Black Knight armor, this is the armor crafted without a thrall. So this is going to be the same armor that later on I'm going to show you how to find on the map. But this is what it is without a thrall, or what you find on the map. So it's total of 720 total HP. Now each one of these gives a different bonus to your attributes, so we'll look at that real quick. And you can see we have 4 additional strength and 5 additional vitality. This guy also gives you 3 in total heat resistance and 3 in total cold resistance, and a total damage reduction of 74%. And if we move over to the stuff that was crafted with a tier 4 thrall with the armor specification, so that's going to be the shield icon or the shield right thrall, you can see the armor goes up to 950.4. And if we look at our attributes, we get an additional 6 in strength and 8 in vitality. That's a lot of vitality. That's a lot of additional attribute points. Really good armor in my opinion. And this is the armor that I'm actually using in my Let's Play that I'm doing. I finally found the recipe for it, or actually I delved for the recipe, and I'm going to show you how to do that guaranteed a little bit later on in the video. So if we look at our stats, it gives us a 79% damage reduction and a heat and cold resistance of 4. Now I'm going to go in order of what I feel like is the worst way to get this armor to the best way to get this armor. So it's going to be one that is a possibility for you to get something that's then going to allow you to get this armor, and then the last one's going to be the guaranteed way to get this armor. But if you want to dig this armor up, what you're going to need to do is actually come out to these different crates that are floating in the water. These are called flotsam crates, and they give you supply materials. When you use those crates, it gives you different random things out of it. One of the things that you can get out of these crates is actually the Gravedigger. So we'll go over and we'll check this other one right here real quick just to see what we get. Now this is all RNG based, so that does not mean that you're going to get the Gravedigger out of it right away. I've actually had a lot of people tell me that they've been searching these crates for a long time and have not found the Gravedigger. Another way to get the Gravedigger is to actually come to the vaults and interact with the final chest. Now this chest has a chance to spawn a recipe at random, and one of the recipes that you can get is the Gravedigger. I actually got that recipe in a live stream that I did last week, and I am now able to craft the Gravedigger. However, it does have a weapon cap at level 60, so you have to be level 60 in order to craft the Gravedigger. Once you have the Gravedigger in hand, you can actually go up to the different things in the exiled land. So if you're at an accursed location, a place where you find the accursed, which are at most of these ley shrines, you can go up to these small broken stumps and interact. And what you're going to get is some gear. So we actually got Decaying Eldarium out of this particular one. However, you can get the Black Knight armor from interacting with these. Another thing to look for at the different camps are these totems. They look like death markers just like this, and you can find those randomly around the map. And what you could do is just go up and interact with each one of them in order to get different pieces of equipment. Here's yet another one at an accursed camp, and I'm really going to try to get the Black Knight something. There we go. We got the Black Knight Tacet. Now this Black Knight Tacet, like I said, is not going to be as good as the one that you can craft with an armor. You can see there's a big difference there. Armor value of 90, armor value of 237.6. The other thing that you need to know is that not all of these spawn all the time. So just because you've seen it there once before doesn't mean that it's always going to be there. In this location that I'm at now, there are 2 locations where you can find these places where you can dig. If you go up to this ley shrine, there's also 2 locations where you can dig that spawn there, and there's a location here that you can dig as well. And all 3 of those locations are going to give you a chance to receive the Black Knight armor. Now, one thing about getting the Black Knight armor that way is you're going to have the legendary repair kits or armor patch kits in order to repair that armor. You will not be able to repair it with Eldarium like you would if you learned the recipe. Now, I'm not completely sure that this is a better way or a worse way to go about getting the Black Knight armor or the Black Knight armor recipe, but what you can do is come out here to the Headless Judge or the Judge, and you can kill him. He has a chance of spawning or dropping the recipe for the Black Knight armor. What I can tell you is the RNG is very, very low. However, he does definitely spawn that recipe in his inventory. Another way to get this is to bring in a Surge of the West. And the reason why you want the West is because you want the Relic Hunters, and you're going to want to bring in the Treasure Seekers, which means you are going to need at least 1,000 chaos in here. So I'm going to put 1,000 in there. If you do get a Calamity Surge, that's okay, because those enemies can actually drop this armor as well. Now, when you get the Silent Legion armor from a Surge, it is actually fully repaired, so it's a little bit easier if you get that drop. It is not a guaranteed drop from the Surge. And we did end up getting a Calamity Surge there. We brought the most powerful Surge. So I'll show you a little bit of what comes in this Surge, but then I'm just going to kill everything and I'll let you know how many pieces of armor I got. So if we look at the first platform here, we have a Treasure Seeker, an Elephant, a Treasure Seeker, and a Treasure Seeker. So after an entire Surge, this is what we ended up getting. We got one piece of Silent Legion armor. We actually got the Kingslayer daggers, which I didn't know was a thing that could drop during this Surge, but I thought it was cool that it was there, so I thought I would show you. The other thing we got is almost a full armor set of the Stygian Soldier, so we're just missing the chest piece, but they dropped a lot more of that than they did the Silent Legion. So the next tip that I have is the guaranteed tip for you on how to get the Black Knight recipe. And for those of you that are wondering, the Stygian Soldier does not delve into any other recipe. You can see I have 50 Eldarium in there and this piece of armor. It does not delve into another recipe. Now I'm going to show you a guaranteed way to get this armor, and this is what you're going to need in order to do this. You are going to need one legendary armor patch kit. You are going to need a delving bench with at least 50 Eldarium, and you are going to need one of these figurines. This is the Silent Legion figurine, and I'll show you where to find one of those on the map. Now this is where we're at on the map. This is the Spit. And this is also where you'll find one of the bosses, and you can fight them and get some good gear. There's also a recipe right back here for some Black Corsair outfit if you want to grab that while you're here. But what you want to do is just run right up here, and here is one of the figurines for the Silent Legion. You can see the Silent Legion guy poking out of it. There are other locations on the map where you can find this. However, I just found this one really easy to get because you can just run right down the beach and right to this location. Alright, so then you're going to head to the summoning pools. We are right over here on the map. And what I'm going to do is actually fight these guys as they come in. So I'm going to ungod and uncloak myself, and we will interact with this, put this on there, and then we're going to summon these guys in and fight them and see how it goes. I forgot that I had no sprint cost on, so I had to turn that off very quickly there. Now these guys are not going to be just a pushover, but if you are level 60, I think you should be able to handle them easily on your own. If you're having a hard time with it, obviously bring a thrall and let them help you out. But as you can see, we have one down, and we really haven't had too hard of an engagement here. We'll see if we can finish the rest of these guys off really quick. And these guys are reanimated Silent Legion commanders. This guy's going to put me in a world of hurt. That's what happens when you run out of stamina there, guys. That's what happens. But again, this is not too bad. This is a level 60 build, and I am wearing the armor that I'm telling you how to get it. But again, come down here with a thrall. It shouldn't be too difficult for you. And there we go, we've killed all of them. Now this is what they drop. They will drop the medium Silent Legion. They're going to drop some other good stuff there. But they are almost always guaranteed to drop the Silent Legion. So there we go, we have the Silent Legion. Unfortunately, that Silent Legion is damaged. And we ended up with a light, a medium, and a heavy piece there. But the heavy piece is the piece that we want. Now, I told you that you needed a legendary armor patch kit. Boom, we've now repaired the Silent Legion armor, and we can use that in the delving bench. So if we grab our 50 Eldarium, boom, and we take our Silent Legion set, and we allow that to play through and delve into the recipe, this is guaranteed to give you the Black Knight recipe every single time. Boom, there it is, the Black Knight recipe, and we can use that. Now, I'm pretty sure this is all the ways to get the Black Knight armor in the Isle of Siptah. You let me know if you found a different way in the comment section below. I also rated these in a way that was most time intensive and most RNG to least time intensive and least RNG. So the last way is definitely the way that I recommend, and definitely get the recipe. That way you can repair it easily. Now I want to know, what other armors are you looking for in the Isle of Siptah? The whack moments in this video were sponsored by my legendary supporters. Thank you very much. If you'd like to become a member, you can click the button below that says join. That'll give you all the details. I'd like to thank all my subscribers for their continued support, likes, comments, and general awesomeness. If you're not a subscriber, you can start your free trial today and cancel at any time. Clicking the bell is highly recommended so you get notified when I upload another video. Now, if you're not done watching, there's 2 videos on the screen. You could pick one of those to watch next. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I'll catch you next time. Peace.